Yesterday, gold and silver surged on both rising Middle East tensions and Fed rate cut bets. As both a safe haven asset during times of turmoil and a store of wealth that protects against inflation, stackers might ask, what's in store for gold's price by the end of 2024? To answer that question, I asked AI to predict potential scenarios with price targets. Let's get into it. ChatGPT is probably the most well-known chatbot, but I prefer to use Google Bard instead. The reason is that Google owns YouTube, so it's reasonable to expect that Bard is better tapped into the YouTube ecosystem. I use Bard a lot for research and as a tool to format scripts. To get started, I prompted Bard, predict potential scenarios and price ranges for gold by year-end. Here's what I got in response. Scenario 1. Continued global stability and moderate inflation. Global economic growth remains steady. Inflation gradually falls towards central bank targets, and geopolitical tensions subside. Impact on gold. Demand for gold as a safe haven weakens, leading to a slight price decline within the range of $1,700 to $1,900 per ounce. I find this scenario to be very unlikely. Following a period of de-escalation from the 1990s to the 2020s, that would be the collapse of the Soviet Union to the invasion of Ukraine in 2022, the global geopolitical landscape is now characterized by significant increases in tension. I don't foresee global stability in 2024. Inflation could moderate, but if you follow my channel, you know that I'm following the 1970s playbook, which shows a drop in inflation and interest rates in 2024, followed by a whipsaw effect in inflation in the years that follow. Scenario 2. Escalating geopolitical tensions and uncertainty. Increased international conflicts, political instability, or trade disputes drive up global uncertainty. Impact on gold. Safe haven demand for gold surges, potentially raising prices to $2,200 to $2,500 per ounce. Far more likely is Scenario 2, in my opinion. I think we can safely say that geopolitical tensions and uncertainty will be the hallmarks of 2024. For that reason, back in December, I put my gold price target at $2,400 an ounce for this year. Scenario 3. Economic slowdown and stubborn inflation. Economic growth slows while inflation remains high, creating stagflationary conditions. Impact on gold. Investors turn to gold as a hedge against both inflation and economic uncertainties, pushing prices towards $2,300 to $2,700 per ounce. I'm not sure about this one. It does seem that 2024 is set for an economic slowdown, but I'm not sure about the stubborn inflation part of this scenario. This scenario does offer the highest price target of $2,700. It could happen. Scenario 4. Central bank policy shifts. Central banks implement new monetary policies, causing market volatility and impacting asset prices. Impact on gold. Depending on the specific policy changes, gold could benefit or suffer, leading to price fluctuations within a broad range of $1,700 to $2,500 per ounce. I have no idea about this one. New monetary policies would be a wild card, and hence the broad range of prices. Anything could happen, I guess, but during an election year, I'd say this scenario isn't likely. The only policy shift I expect this year are modest interest rate cuts. And finally, Bard offers us a disclaimer. Remember, these are just potential scenarios based on current trends and expert opinions. The actual price of gold by the end of 2024 can vary significantly depending on how various factors unfold and interact. This information should not be considered financial advice, and it's crucial to conduct your own research and consult with financial professionals before making any investment decisions. Well, that was fun to see what AI would come up with. I did throw a wrench in the works by asking for one more possible scenario. That would be escalating global conflicts together with declining inflation and interest rates. Bard choked on that one. It's a paradox to have a seemingly contradictory combination of escalating global conflicts Yet inflation and interest rates surprisingly decline. Traditionally, these factors tend to have opposing effects on the market. Conflict can disrupt production and transportation, leading to potential shortages and inflationary pressures. That's what you typically expect. Bard cannot offer a meaningful price target for gold given this illogical hypothetical scenario. Well, there you have AI's take on where gold is heading in 2024. This is, of course, for giggles and kicks. Let us know how you feel, and be sure to hit that like button if you found any of this useful. I would be so grateful because it truly does help the channel. If you're interested in seeing more content like this about safeguarding your future by stacking precious metals, be sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. Thanks for sticking around until the end. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time.